Welcome back to Crypto for Beginners. I'm your instructor, Doug. You've made it to the next video, video 3, where we start talking about the tools of the trade. How do you purchase Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? And this is where we'll begin. How to buy Bitcoin. How you can acquire Bitcoin. Use an exchange to convert your cash into Bitcoin. Person-to-person transfer of Bitcoin. If you do services for somebody or you sell them goods, they can transfer them to you. Product or services paid by Bitcoin, same thing there. Bitcoin ATMs, while they're not available in many places, there are some still available. I believe most of them are in New York. Work for Bitcoin, there are several websites that will pay you in Bitcoin or part of Bitcoin for services including surveys, testing games, watching ads, things of that nature. So be on the lookout for those. Bitcoin faucets, sites that give away Bitcoin for you attending a webinar or simply being on their site at a specific time. Look out for those as well. Google's a good place to find those types of things. And then mining Bitcoin on your own or in a group. We talked about mining a little bit. And there are now groups that you can get involved in, and those groups will use the storage on your computer and things of that nature. And let's say there are 100 people that come together in a group to mine, and they end up mining one Bitcoin. That Bitcoin would be split up between those 100 people. Turning cash into Bitcoin. There are a few exchanges to buy Bitcoin with your cash. Kraken and Coinbase are two of these exchanges. There is a third that should be available in February, and that is called Robinhood. Robinhood has been a site that allows free stock trading. I have that app and have traded stocks on it before. They're adding cryptocurrency to their portfolio. If you do not have that account, I would definitely download it. And then go to their website, which is robinhood.com, and you can sign up for their list. You actually have to get on a list to have the ability to trade for Bitcoin. So I'll show you some of that. As you can see, I use Coinbase, and my referral page will be attached to this program in some way, shape, or form. You can also find it on @DougEtue on Twitter. That's DOUGETUE. So you'll be able to find all of those. The benefit of doing that is, A, it gets you right to it. You know that it's the proper domain. It's not a fake website. Sometimes you write in the wrong letter and it brings you to a wrong place, and then all of a sudden your computer's infected. So be very careful with that. Feel free to use the links that I provide. You also will get something, and I will get something. It's not much. Many times I'll get a $1 discount on my fees or something to that effect. And you will also participate in the discounts and fees. So it is helpful to that. Let's back out of this for a second here. Let's go onto the website. I want to show you some of these. This is where it's going to be a little more interactive. So if you go to coinbase.com, this is what it looks like. Okay, if you wanted to sign up, you go right here, individual, name, last name, email, password. Make sure that it's a good password, and you do not share it with anybody if they do have that password, unless you use a two-system verification, which I'll show you about. Makes it very easy to get in. Obviously, they want to make sure you're not a bot, so you go ahead and write that, put in the certification, and go ahead and go in there. See if it'll actually show us the charts here. It does. Good. So you can see Bitcoin is on here. Currently it's at 11,378. It's been hovering between 10 and 12,000 for about a week and a half now. You'll also see that it sells Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. It tells you what the coin is currently selling at, what it's sold at in comparison to last month, and the percentage. So you can also go down here. We'll do it on Bitcoin, and you can see exactly what the price was on these specific days. So if you wanted to go back, so we're on the 27th. If you wanted to go back to the 22nd, you can see that it was at around 10. It dipped down all the way to 98. It went up as high as 17 right at the beginning of January. So it's had a dramatic pullback, just like the rest of the market has. That always happens in January. It's not something to be alarmed about. Um, as I've said before, it's a very volatile market. Okay, you can go day, hour, 1 year. Um, this is incredible, right? So if you look at Bitcoin now, it's at 11. It went all the way up to 19, 19.2. Yep. But if you go back September, July, May, March, January of last year, 960. Okay, so January of last year, 960, went up to 1,000, back down to 900, 1,100, 1,200, went back down to 900. See, so there's a huge, goes from 922 up to 13, back down to 9, back up to 12, 13, and then you had liftoff. It just skyrocketed, 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 and there's always going to be a pullback. Believe it or not, the pullbacks are good. It makes it so the numbers that are at are actually strong and will stay consistent, and many times there has to be a pullback for it to have one of these huge jumps that you see here. So if we can continue this momentum and this path for this coming year, that would be fantastic. Let me show you the other one, which was Kraken. This is what it looks like. You can sign in right here. Let's see if they show the charts on here. I'm actually not a member of Kraken, but I do know a lot of people that are. They like it. You can see the charts over here. Does very similar. Looks like that's in euro. I'm sure that you can change that to the US dollar. Yep, right up there. So let's go with Ethereum, USD right there. Okay, so you can see the charts there. This one, same thing. Oh, that's a login. We're going to have to sign up. And you put in all your information and you're good to go. So those are what those sites look like, guys. I hope that helps a little bit. Let's push this back down over here. And go back to here. Okay. So we did that. Let's go to the next page. Coinbase. Sign up, login, password. I just explained that. You're going to want to attach your bank account or a credit card to that so that you can buy your Bitcoin. Set up a two-step verification process. I use Google. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. You're going to want to verify your email. Sometimes these exchanges will ask you for your ID. They'll physically have you fax over or scan and send a copy of your ID. That's totally normal. Nothing to be alarmed about. And there are apps for many of these. I know Coinbase has an app on your phone, so you can do trading right from your phone. Let's go out of here for a second. Google verification. Two-step verification. See, it's that easy. Go into Google. Just Google verification codes or two-step verification, and you can go ahead and set it up right here. It explains how to do it. Basically, how it works is it makes it so there's an ever-changing number going along. Every, I think it's 15 seconds, the number changes, and you have to have that number and your account going at the same exact time to make sure that nobody's getting into your account. So I definitely recommend doing this with all of your exchanges. All of them will show you how to do it and kind of give you a step-by-step process. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. So let's go ahead and move on here. Coinbase, once verified, you can purchase Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin Cash. I just showed you that. I currently own all of the above. You will want to research which coins work for you. I've always said that I look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as my savings. I have a bunch of that stored away in wallets that I'm just going to sit on and wait for them to continue to grow. I do have some of them, obviously, that I've converted into other altcoins, which we'll go into a little later on, and you can do that on other exchanges. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the best coins to purchase for trading, in my opinion. There are other coins that you can use for trading, but those seem to be the easiest, especially for beginners. If you want to trade for altcoins, you will have to transfer these coins that you purchase here to other exchanges. So you will either go on Robinhood, or you will go on Coinbase or Kraken. You will take your cash money from your bank account or from a credit card, and you will purchase either Bitcoin or Ethereum. We use those two right now. Then once you have them, once they're live and ready to go and in your account, which sometimes can take a few days, then you're going to want to transfer those to other exchanges to buy the altcoins. The other exchanges are, I'm just going to show you the ones that I use. Cryptopia, great for smaller coins, coins that just came off of an ICO. Binance is the most popular exchange, holds most of the coins, the top 100 coins, and it's good when a coin gets onto that site. Their price can go up just from going from an ICO to a smaller exchange like Cryptopia, and then once they get added to Binance, simply being added to Binance can increase its price. Bittrex offers many coins. Coinexchange.io, many of the smaller ones. KuCoin, it's a newer exchange, but becoming very popular very quickly. The reason I have all of them is many times I'm doing my research and I find a coin that I like, and it happens to only be on Bittrex or only be on CoinExchange, and I want to make sure that I have the ability to purchase it. Plus, sometimes I keep some of my coins on the exchanges if I'm doing not necessarily day trading, but I'm trading a lot over the week and over the month. I'll keep a certain amount inside the wallets on those exchanges just so I can trade real easily. But the majority of your coins, things that you're going to keep for 30 days plus, you'd want to put on a separate wallet. So let me show you some of those just so you know what they look like. All right, let's start with Cryptopia. Here's what Cryptopia looks like. Okay, you go to the exchanges here. Gives you a lot of data. Now it looks overwhelming, but over time you will get used to this. You'll get comfortable with them. So over here you can see BTC. So these are the different altcoins that are trading with Bitcoin. You can use Litecoin, you can use Dogecoin. So there's a lot of different things that you can do on here. But let's say you go in here and you want to buy NEO. So you can look up NEO. It goes right to it. Click on NEO. NEO pops up over here. You can see what it's doing based on its graph. 24-hour statistics. Okay. Then you can come down here. It'll look almost identical when you're signed in. You want to put in the amount that you're wanting to purchase. Let's say I want to buy 120. Then you put the price that you want. You'll have to look and see what the price is at in Bitcoin, since that's what you're purchasing it at. Last price, 0.0123038. Once you're logged in, you'll have the ability to simply click on this, and the price that it's selling for at that moment will be brought up onto here. And then it'll tell you your total, and at the bottom it will say finish transaction or purchase or trade or something to that effect, and you go ahead and do that. Another interesting thing on this site is you can go right below it and you can see the different sell orders that are happening, the different buy orders that are happening. So you can see that somebody recently bought 34, 37, 0.05, 1.4, 0.4, etc., etc. Over here, some of the sales, 1, 0.6, 0.04, 11.6. So there's a lot of buying and selling going on. You can see the date that it happened. This is a great way to see if there's whale activity. If you see that there has been, $50 million in transactions today, and you go down here and you see that one person did 49 million, that's a whale trying to do something with the market. It could be legit. He could just simply want to purchase this coin and stick with it for a long time. Many times you'll see that, and they're doing it so people don't do the research, see that the coin is having activity, It's spiked up. It's gone up a few bucks. It's gone up a good percentage. They purchase it because they're FOMOing in, their fear of missing out, and then all of a sudden, a couple hours later, the whale pulls out because he's made his money. So make sure you guys are looking at that. All right, so that gives you an idea of what this looks like. Let's go to the next one, which is Bittrex, TTREX. My internet is going slow. Of course it is, because we're taping. The next generation of digital currency exchange. Currencies. Digital currency support markets. There we go. Slowly, slowly we go. Hoping I get a chance to show you what this site looks like, but sometimes these sites do either crash temporarily, or they have maintenance being done, or there's just simply a lot of people working on it and it goes really slow, which is what I think is going on right now. So you can see Bitcoin market, you see BTC, BTC. So these are all the coins that you can buy or trade with Bitcoin. So you have Lumen right here. That's the volume, the percentage that has gone up and down, the last price. So this is in Bitcoin. So it's 0.00005408 Bitcoin. And when it was added to the site. So sometimes you can look at this and see what's new. I like to buy new coins sometimes if it looks like something that once researched has some good technology, has a good team, because, and a good market cap, which means a low market cap, so there's room for it to grow. Sometimes I'll do that because people haven't found it yet, and when they do, it will grow. Come down here, the Ethereum markets, ETH, so these are all the coins that you can buy with ETH. You have Ripple right here, and you can see the numbers for that. Obviously, it will look a little different once you are logged in. Let's go to the next one. Again, I just want to get you guys familiar with what these look like. actions.I. Altcoin exchange. View market. And here you go. Okay, very similar thing. You can select the market or what you're trading with. Use that. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's say here, let's find one. Let's do this. Let's go to the Bitcoin. Okay, so this one is opposite of the other. This has the coin first and then Bitcoin second, BTC. You see the BTC going all the way down. So let's say you wanted to do Doge coin. It says the name of it right there. The last price, so that's 64 sat or satoshis. If you remember, that's one satoshi would just be the one. Instead of an 11, it would be 1. So this is 64 satoshis here. The trade volume. This is the 24-hour high, 24-hour low. So there hasn't been much activity on this today. All right, let's click on it. I'm not sure how much it will show you without being signed in. Okay, so you have your charts here. You can read those. Guys, I'll do another video separate on charts for all the people that purchase this class. I just want to get the education portion of this up, but I will do a whole video on charts to help everybody understand them. Come over here. It's going to show you the last price, 64 satoshis, 24-hour volume, bid, ask, BTC price. This is the same US dollar. So this one, this exchange actually shows you what it is in US dollars. Some of them won't. Some of them you'll have to just put your mouse over the Bitcoin price and it'll show you. Has the sell orders, the buy orders, and a little bit of information about it down there. So a lot of good information on this site. I would say that you guys would want to go into all of these and at least check them out, see which one makes the most sense for you. Research your coins, see where they're being sold, and start accounts with them. Fee support, you guys can check all of that out on your own. Then we got KuCoin. Let's go into the market. Okay, so you can trade for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, etc. So we're on Bitcoin here. You can see them all going down, going down. There are a bunch, guys. There's, I think, 1,800, 1,700 different altcoins right now. There's thousands of ICOs being made, so there's going to be more and more of these coins coming into the market, which makes it even more important to actually research these so you're picking the right ones. All right, so let's just go ahead and look at Dash. A little bit different of a view on this. Last price, 7. Oh, so this has the US too, so that's fantastic. So 0.06677 Bitcoin, or $769. The change, the ask, the high, the low. A lot of great information on here. You see the charts on here as well. You just stick your mouse wherever you want to see what it's doing, and you can follow along. Once you're signed in, this will be lit up, and you can buy and you can sell. You put in the price that you want to buy it at. Sometimes you can put a lower price in hopes that it triggers. Put the amount, and then you're good to go. And last but not least, Binance. This is where I do a large majority of my work. I just think this is the most user-friendly one. It has the most coins, at least coins in the top 100, top 200. So let's go to the exchange here. Basic exchange, especially if you're a starter, that's where you're going to want to go. And here you are. All right. So you come over here. First of all, you can add favorites once you're logged in. So let's say you buy 12 different coins and you want to keep track of them. You'd click on the little box will be right here where my mouse is. It's not there now. And you would add it to your favorite. So you can go up here, you can click on your favorites, and just your favorites will show up. If you wanted to go into just the Bitcoin market, just the Ethereum market, it's all right here. It can go in alphabetical order. It can go in order of the price. It can go in order of the change. And that can be change of percentage or change in volume. So if we're looking here, you might want to say, okay, what's down today? What might I want to try to buy because it's pulled back, but I've researched it and I love it and I want to buy it, but I've been waiting for it to go down in price a little bit. You can click over here on the change of price. It's going to show you the percentage that it's down. So not a ton of bad today, so that's good. Usually you're going to have some, down 20% or more, but that's not bad. So again, if you put your mouse over it, you see ELF here is 197, BRD is 166, so on, going all the way down. So if you wanted to buy it, you come down here. If you wanted to buy it exactly what it's at, when you trigger, when this action goes through, you can press market and it'll do the market price. It's not always going to be the same as what you see up here because in a matter of seconds, the price can change. Now, usually it doesn't change much, but it can. These can change very, very quickly. So if you want to try to catch it at exactly what it's at that moment, you can press market. If you want to try to catch it at a certain price, whether it's higher or lower, let's say this one here, it says 17,874 is what it was at when I clicked it. Let's say I think it's going to go down a little bit and I'd rather get it at 1,700. I can write 1,700 here, put the amount in here that I want to buy. Down here it'll say, send or trigger or finalize. You click that and it will hold it. Up here you'll have, it doesn't say it here, but it says orders, and you can click on the orders and it will say orders that have gone through or orders that are waiting to go through, and you can see if it's waiting or if it's gone through. Another feature on this is, let's say you want to put 25% of all the money that you have on Binance on this specific coin. You don't have to do the math. 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay? So that makes it really easy for you. You can see the different prices over here and over there. Gives you some history down here. It's not showing you that right now, but that's okay. And if you double click on it, going to show you the chart over here, and it's going to bring the price that it's at when you click it right down here. So it makes it very easy. Like I said, I find this to be the most user-friendly one, especially with the favorites. It's fantastic. So that gives you a pretty good understanding of what these look like, how it's read. I'll get into a little more detail at a later video, but that gives you a good starting point. Let's go back to here. All right, so we went through all those. Transferring coins. After you have set up your exchange and bought your coins, go to your secondary exchange. In this example, we will use Binance and transfer Bitcoin. So I've explained a little bit this to you, but I'm going to have it on here so you can read it and go over it. Go to Binance and look for your Bitcoin wallet. Even though you haven't transferred any coins yet, you will still have a wallet there. Once you find the Bitcoin wallet, click on Deposit. It will provide you with an address. Copy it. Then go to Coinbase and click on your Bitcoin. Click on Withdraw and paste the address that you copied. Then click the Send button. Transfers can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 45 minutes and sometimes longer depending. Usually it's somewhere in between. Follow the process with the other exchanges. Make sure that you always transfer exact coin for exact coin. Okay, so don't try to pull Bitcoin and put it in an Ethereum wallet. It won't work. You will probably lose your coin. It'll probably get lost in the interwebs and you will never see it again. So double check, triple check everything that you're doing just as if you would your money, because this is a currency. Trading. Once you have coins at an exchange like Binance, you can trade for other coins. A limit order, you'll see that term on a lot of the exchanges. When you create a price target that you want to buy at, it will execute when the price target is met. So let's say you see a coin that is at $100. Let's use USD. It's at $100, but it was at 120 2 hours ago. And you think that it's going to continue to trail downwards, and you've wanted to buy this at 90. But you're going to be working, or you don't have the time to continue to look at it over and over and refresh. You can put it in at 90, and if it drops to 90 or below, it will trigger at 90, and you will purchase it at 90. The bad thing, if it goes below 90, then you will not pick up below it. You will get it at 90. If it doesn't hit 90, and let's say it just goes to 91, you also will not get it. So just be careful when you're doing that. Look, it's almost impossible, or it is impossible, no matter how trained you are at reading charts, no matter how much of an expert you are in cryptocurrency, you will never know the exact time a coin is going to bottom out or peak. So good luck. You're just trying to do the best that you can do based on the knowledge that you're gaining. So, if you pick it up at 90 and it drops down to 87, you did great. It's okay. So just understand that you're never going to get it perfect. You just want to get it as close to perfect as you can. Limit sell, same thing, but in the opposite direction. It creates a price target. So let's say that you bought it at 100 and you wanted to make 20% on this. That was your overall goal. So you put in a sell order at 120, and a couple days from now, a couple hours from now, it goes to 120. And it'll sell. It'll automatically sell for 120, and you will make that money. So that's a great way to try to catch spikes that can happen, especially overnight. Taking your money out. When you want to take your money out for fiat or cash, simply transfer it back to your original exchange, which could be Coinbase, it could be Robinhood, it could be Crackle, and then you're going to want to go in and sell it. Very self-explanatory. It'll send it right back to the place that you originally put your money in. In my case, it's a bank account. When you sell, most of the time it takes 7 to 10 business days. Lately, it's been pretty bad for the amount of time it's taking. It's usually taking about a week and a half to 2 weeks, which does cover the 7 to 10 business days. There was a time not too long ago, maybe mid 2017, where it would only take a day or two. So hopefully we'll be able to get back to that sometime soon, but doubtful. And that's it. So that gets us through this video. Thank you guys for watching. There's a few videos left where we will talk and get into how to research. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope it's enjoyable. If you have any questions, please contact me at DougEtue. That's at DOUGETUE. Thank you so much and happy trading.